Singles Inferno is back! We are quickly introduced to our stunning new cast as they begin to embark on yet another round of Inferno, where the game and the emotional roller coaster begins. Our contestants' first introductions were pretty awkward, but let's quickly go through everyone in a snapshot. We have Shin Sul-ki, bright-eyed, cute, and seemingly timid, who we're sure will win many hearts with her searing eyes that will literally melt your heart while doing absolutely nothing. Then there's Park Se-jung, the fitness enthusiast who is bursting with confidence and is looking for someone who is in the same league as her and takes care of everything.
운동을 하면서 몸매 관리를 꾸준히 했기 때문에 몸매에는 자신이 있는 편이에요. 보시면 아시잖아요.
Choi Jung-woo, a former athlete looking for that one person to settle down with. Will he win over some hearts with his awkward social skills and cute dimples? Yi So-yi, the professional dancer who is so far timid and shy, claims that her success rate with men is a whopping 100%. Do big things come in small sizes? Yes.
And then there's the one and only Jo Young-jae, who is a CrossFit athlete bursting with charisma and charm. Off the bat, he seems to be hitting it off with many of the girls on the show already. And then say hello to Lee Nadine. This overseas Harvard student is ready to take on the biggest challenge of her life, dating. She hopes to find someone who can go toe-to-toe with her English and Korean speaking abilities.
I'm learning Korean right now.
좀 더 귀엽고 and soft.
Then there's Kim Han-bin, lights up the screen with so much positive energy. Right away, he also seems to be someone that could be very popular among the group. We'll have to see just how infectious that personality is. And ladies and gentlemen, this might be a stretch, but say hello to the Mario Lopez of Singles Inferno, Shin Dong-woo. Tall, dark, and handsome, Dong-woo seems to be quite the ladies' man already. Will he start reciting poems to all the girls? Jin-tech anyone? And last but not least, Choi Soo-eun, who happens to be an ex-Miss Korea contestant. Seems like the maternal figure of the group, beaming with elegance and wisdom. Will her mature demeanor win over the boys?
The first two episodes have already given us some shocking turn of events. After seeing the flirting go full throttle between our first love triangle with Se-jung and So-yi trying their hardest to win over Young-jae, he ends up picking up So-eun to go to paradise with. And then we have Dong-woo, who is in our second love triangle between Nadine and Sul-ki. After he has a heartfelt conversation with Nadine, he gives her the impression that they should go to paradise together. But lo and behold, he picks Sul-ki. Yay! Singles Inferno is back!
Singles Inferno!
We're back to talking about other people's lives.
We're back to talking about the top 10% of the hottest people in Korea and their lives.
And right off the bat, I will say my top two picks is So-yi and Nadine. And that's, well, So-yi, I like that she's a dancer, but also
She's like a little firecracker.
Yeah, and that kind of like stands out to me. And Nadine, the intellect and the Korean and English, I absolutely
You like the mix of
appreciate.
English and Korean in there, huh?
Yeah, I do, and I appreciate polyglots.
Right off the bat for me, the two that stands out the most is So-ki and So-yoon. I mean, like, So-ki, she's just, I can't help it, but people with large eyes get me all the time. And, like, she just kind of stares at you and then your heart melts. She does absolutely nothing, but, like, you fall in love with her. Or at least I fall in love with her. And then there's So-eun, who is, like, kind of like the maternal figure of the group, right? But she also comes with elegance and ease, and she kind of just floats here and there and then captures Young-jae, like, at the very end of this episode, and he picks her. It was just like, what?
Yeah, that was weird.
Wow.
여보세요?
There's a lot of like flip-flopping here. That's why we said, Jin-tech anybody, because like he Dong-woo had a perfectly awesome conversation with Nadine at the table. And they were like, oh, there's so many questions I want to ask you, because they started to veer into like professions.
Right.
But they can't ask that on the island, right? So they have to go to paradise, and he's like, maybe we'll ask these questions in paradise.
Well, I think that what happened there is like, I think Nadine is a little like she, just like how she describes herself, she's very straightforward, she's kind of cold and kind of just like, boom, that's what you get. Where Sul-ki was just like kind of a little bit like, she does absolutely nothing, but she just says a few words here and there, has these nuances and charms with her eyes and like how she smiles and she like, just how she acts with Dong-woo. Like they were even teasing themselves there in like that in episode 2, where I think there was a little bit of sparks there. So maybe he chose her because she might be more fun to go to paradise with.
Now let's talk about the guys. I think my favorite of the guys has to be Hanbin, only because he looks like Nam Joo-hyuk. He looks like Nam Do-san from Startup, and he acts
Nam
like
Do-san from Startup for sure.
He acts like him too, right? He's very talented. He can cook, and he's got like the chef's knife skills.
Yeah, and
stuff.
we're asking who is the next Se-Hoon and who is the next Jia, and my pick for the next Se-Hoon is Hanbin, but only because there's a 1-to-1 comparison of them cooking and taking charge in the very first 2 episodes.
Right. Well, yeah. Again, he's very talented, and it seems like in this first 2 episodes, no one has really gravitated towards him because he's busy doing that stuff, right? We see in episode 2 when they're sitting down for breakfast, he's busy peeling, and everyone's sitting at the table commiserating, and they're like, "Hey, come sit down." He's like, "No, I'm busy."
Yeah.
So
I'm very interested in how Dong-woo kind of plays the game for the rest of the time there, because he seems very calculating, very confident, just talking to every single girl, making the effort. He's someone that I'm very curious about how he approaches the rest of the game, because Young Jae is actually, they're all pretty big and strong too, but him and Young Jae, those two look like they'd be rivals.
Yeah, they are rivals off the bat, right?
Yeah.
2 postcards each.
Yeah.
Young Jae has a very warm and bright smile, and he listens to people, and he's very, as you said earlier, attentive. His conversation skills are just through the roof.
And I think the next Jia for me is Sulki, because Jia does absolutely nothing just to gain attention or garner enough attention just about everybody in the group. And I think Sulki's doing the same thing, with her searing eyes and her nuances and smiles. There's just something about the way she moves. It's just she's not doing anything, but man,
No,
I am so captivated by it.
Whenever they did their confessionals and they were talking about who they would be interested in, and a lot of the guys said Sulki, and I was like, I did not see you guys talking to her at all. You guys literally had 2 conversations with her, and then you're all up in her face.
And it could be intimidating too.
It
I
could
don't know.
be.
From us, the viewers, is she seems the most approachable.
My next Jia, although not similar to Jia, is Sejong, because at certain angles she looks like Suzy, but what's there is the confidence.
Yeah.
But she's direct versus indirect, right?
Yeah,
So she's the next Jia.
She went for it hard. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the next Jia, but she's not Jia. But what do you guys think about Singles Inferno Season 2? Who are your favorite couples? Who are your favorite ships? And who's your favorite guy and girl or whatever? Let us know in the comment section below. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more like it. And as always, this is where we're watching this Sunday. See you guys in the next one.